So in the NFL, apparently there's going to be 12 teams that have male cheerleaders, like as the lead cheerleaders, I guess. But they're not just males, they're like homosexual males. It all started with the Minnesota Vikings. They came out with a video where they showed like the upcoming cheerleader squad for their team for this upcoming 2025 season. And so of course they had female cheerleaders, but then they had like two homosexual males joining them in feminine cheerleading clothing and with pom-poms, and they're dancing with them. The 12 teams that will have male leading cheerleaders, I'm sure most of them are homosexuals. Besides the Vikings, there are the Ravens, Rams, Saints, Eagles, 49ers, Patriots, Titans, Colts, Chiefs, Buccaneers, and Panthers. So, with me living in Michigan, the Detroit Lions are not one of those teams that will have male cheerleaders. They still have their female cheerleaders. So, I'll just leave it at that. Now, there are some people who have a problem with having male cheerleaders as like part of the cheerleading squad, mainly the homosexuals. Now, maybe it's probably due to some people having against homosexuals and, with the whole homophobia and whatnot, or it's probably due to other reasons. And I heard that there have been some Vikings fans who plan on canceling their season tickets because of this. So it's a hot mess going on in the NFL. And of course, there have been some male cheerleaders who have responded, like the two that were featured in the video for the Vikings, and some homosexual males for the Eagles and whatnot, their criticism. They're probably thinking the people that criticize them are nothing but haters. Oh, they're hating and blah, blah, blah. Listen, they can't assume that everybody's hating because of what they said or giving their opinion. That doesn't mean they're necessarily hating. And people need to be careful using the word hating loosely. Like, people use it loosely a lot nowadays. Fall back from saying hating, because you can't assume that everybody's hating. That's not the case. But it sounds like most people have a problem with it. I think it's because due to the fact that so many people have been used to seeing female cheerleaders on the field, performing and dancing and whatnot. I guess it became a shocker and off-putting for the NFL to all of a sudden include homosexual male cheerleaders with the female cheerleaders dancing, on the field, at halftime or during a break or timeout or whatever. Now look, obviously, there has always been male cheerleaders. Male cheerleaders have existed in sports since the dawn of time. There's always been male cheerleaders, okay? And the NFL has had male cheerleaders where they would come out and help cheerleaders perform and do stunts. They'll lift them up and they perform their stunts, whether those males are homosexuals or not. But I think it's just off-putting and just a shocker for the NFL to go this low where they're including homosexual males as the lead cheerleaders, some of the NFL teams, where it looks like we're going to be seeing them dancing with the female cheerleaders and feminine cheerleading clothing. Because let's be real, any guy who's straight obviously wants to see hot and sexy female cheerleaders on the field, dancing and shaking their little pom-poms, shaking their asses while wearing those hot and sexy team bra tops and skirts, team shorts, while having their belly showing and their lower back showing and whatnot. Most of them wearing boots to go with their outfit. Or you'll have some cheerleaders where they're, cheerleading warm-up pants. And guys who are straight, they enjoy seeing that. I mean, we love cheerleaders who cheer on their team and rally the fans up and whatnot. But we just love when they perform and dance their asses off, wearing those hot and sexy cheerleader uniforms. Let's be real. And I'm sure women also enjoy seeing female cheerleaders on the field. They like to see that too, especially who are lesbians who are into other women. Heck, you can be a straight woman and still find another woman sexy, find it sexy and hot to see female cheerleaders dancing on the field. But you don't necessarily feel that in a lesbian sexual way. Who knows? There's probably some women think there's some homosexual guys that are attractive and they probably might get turned on seeing them dance on the field in feminine cheerleading uniforms. But listen, I have nothing against homosexuals, okay? You are who you are. You have some people who are straight in this world, some people who are homosexuals, some are lesbians. It is what it is. Homosexuals aren't going anywhere. Everybody's not going to be straight. So we need to remember that. And there's nothing wrong for the NFL to have male cheerleaders, whether they're homosexuals or not. But for me, being a guy, I just like and enjoy seeing the female cheerleaders on the field dancing, hyping the fans up in great spirits, looking great in their sexy and hot team uniforms. I'm a guy, so I like that. And I don't think anybody who's a straight male is going to be obviously not turned on seeing two homosexual males shaking their pom-poms or whatever as if they're women, because men don't have the bodies that women have. But hey, it's not men's fault. And there are some men that do have big butts. They have a little junk in the trunk, but their butts aren't going to be as big or as positioned or even curvy like a woman's butt. And it is messed up that some people say that men's bodies are pretty much beans and hot dogs. Okay, wow, that's effed up. It's not our fault we don't have the great bodies as women. Good grief. I feel bad for those who are going to be seen on TV when it comes to the NFL. They've been getting all kinds of criticism. That doesn't help. I mean, we do live in a world where people are harsh and putting down people for their homosexuality, because the NFL, man, a lot of people are not happy. Are they going to do something about it? Are they going to change their minds and not do this? Probably not. I doubt it. Heck, you got some women who possibly be turned on by a straight man who likes to have a feminine side and whatnot, likes to wear feminine clothing. You know, it is what it is. That's all I have to say about the 12 NFL teams getting lead male homosexual cheerleaders. What do you guys think about this? And do you see this possibly not lasting long? I don't know.